through this door lies another dimension. One of beeps, one of boops. A reality where 8-bit and HD clash. This is the point where New Retro meet. The 6.5 dimension, protected by the arcade overlord. You have crossed into the Turbo Zone.
Turbo Zone!
Turbo! What's happening, Turbo Heads? It's Alex and Teddy here in the Turbo Zone, ready to venture off into
the Atari Zone!
Woo! We're taking a little field trip
to the Atari. Playing
back in the day.
Playing my Atari.
Yeah, Atari. Atari Warriors.
Oh!
Like that?
Oh, that's nice.
So we are going back in the day, in the modern day, on the PlayStation 4 through at Games' very own Flashback Classics.
Atari Flashback Classics Vol.1. There are two of these things. We're just gonna touch the first one today.
Title Legend style, going
Title
knee
Legend.
deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Exactly. Yes. 3D Tic-Tac-Toe.
3D Tic-Tac-Toe. Let's go.
Let's go Tic-Tac-Toe.
Let's go Tic-Tac-Toe. This game's weird. It's got like layers. Like you have to like match up the Tic-Tac-Toe upward along with the grids. It's really strange.
It looks weird. It's a cool concept, but I think it's great that we get to play it multiplayer.
Yeah, we were playing.
Otherwise, this would be just garbage.
We were playing online. This game doesn't have online support, as you can see here with Air-Sea Battle.
Air-Sea Battle. That's one word. It's a lot more fun.
Air-Sea Battle.
With two people.
Air-Sea Battle.
Air-Sea Battle. As you
see,
we're really trying our hardest to hit these helicopters and get the high score. It's cool to try and time it out. I think it can be a little tough at times to predict, but
yeah,
I mean, altogether solid.
The shooting's a little off, but it was fun. Here's backgammon.
Now talk about off. This is a little more than a little off. This is awful.
Yeah,
this is so bad.
Backgammon. Hey, do you ever want to play backgammon on a 4-bit console? No? Well, too bad.
Well, here it is.
This is what they should give prison inmates to torture them, you know.
Oh my gosh, can't imagine. Like, I mean, you can't even control this. You see, like, this little piece is like flying around the screen. That's me trying to place it somewhere. Now this is a game for pros. This is like
playing some people outside of school with a couple of guys. They were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But anyway, this game is fun.
Yeah, it is. You really got to be a pro to sink baskets. But as you see, I'm not. I enjoyed it. It's
charming.
You know, it's just classic. Action.
Yeah.
I have more fun with this than I do other sports games. Whoa, butterfly.
Okay, blackjack. Do you ever play cards on a 4-bit console? No. Well, here you go.
Even better, gambling with. Pick money. I'm underwhelmed by this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of padding in this collection. That's something we'll talk about later, but there's a lot of padding here with these kind of like filler games that really shouldn't
All the
be
charm
here.
that basketball had is gone.
It's gone with blackjack. But we got bowling.
We sure do.
Bowling.
And surprisingly decent. You know, you might expect Atari bowling to be like,
It's fun.
But I mean, this is interesting.
They worked
like the late curve.
Yeah, like they worked with what they had. I like the guy who flashes when he wins.
Yeah.
He has a seizure.
I mean, this is better than a lot of other bowling sims I know. I wouldn't say it's Wii Sports quality, but it's up there.
It's better than Brunswick Bowling. It's way better than Alien Monster Bowling League.
It's also way better than Canyon Bomber.
Canyon Bomber. This game is not fun.
Wait, real quick, imitate the sound effects.
That's all you hear the whole time. It's so bad. And like
dropping cat bombs.
Yeah, all you do is try to clear the the canyon. It's like there's not even like a challenge. You just push the button over and over.
And it comes
again.
right back. Like it just the canyon grows.
It was not fun. We did not have a fun time with that.
No, definitely not.
Oh, Centipede. Good old
Centipede.
Centipede. What's there to say about Centipede?
Yes, there are 2 versions of this on the console. One is the arcade game, which we'll talk about later, but this Atari one you want to talk about?
Yeah, the Atari one's a lot of fun. I like this one a lot more than the arcade version. I think it's just, I don't know, it's a lot smoother, it's a lot simpler, it has a clean look, the sounds are just awesome. It's just, it's a fun time. It's classic.
Yeah, there's kind of a logic to it, too, that's not in the arcade game, like how fast the spider moves or where it moves. It's not like just rapid.
Speaking of rapid, here's Circus Atari.
Everyone's favorite.
Where 2 men on a seesaw hit things in the air.
You just wrote a great story for the manual. You should write stories.
This game is this is one of the games that use the paddle controller, and transitioning to the PS4 controller feels really bad. They did not do a good job with that.
Yeah, the other guy on the seesaw, he feels really bad right about now.
Combat. Good
Combat
old
Wombat.
Combat. Good old combat. Tanks.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Indeed.
Yeah, this game is the classic one-on-one game.
Yeah.
You like,
I agree. I mean, it's pretty faithful for a tank control kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one control stick to move, the other to tilt, and you can even curve your shots. So I don't know. I don't really have much to say on it, but I had fun.
It was fun. It's good, simple fun. Unlike this.
Unlike
Combat 2 Electric Boogaloo is not fun. They tried way too much with this one. They took away the simplicity, and it feels like they tried way too hard.
This is like, I want to be Combat 2, but it's really not.
I'm Combat 2. Yeah, no, it feels like they were trying too hard with this one, and
it hurt me to play this.
Yeah, this one's fun though. Desert Falcon.
Yeah, I like this. I was having fun with this.
Yeah, where you fly the bird.
I didn't do too good in this recording, but this is a fun little shooter game with a nice twist. You're a bird, and you get collectibles. And if we don't have the music here, but there's like some Lawrence of Arabia music.
Yeah, it's cool to hear music on the Atari because you don't really hear that much. You know, like usually it's just like simple beeps and boops. One of beeps, one of boops. But
one of.
but this has like nice little theme music to it. Dodge this one.
What about it?
Dodge this game.
I couldn't. Yes, absolutely. This is bad. It's just a bad game.
It's like looks
What's
like
there gonna be?
To be Pac-Man, but yeah. Well, yeah. See, that's the thing with this collection though, is that like I don't feel like there was a lot of quality control because they just put whatever on here for a lot of it, including this game.
This one can stay in the past because I'm really not trying to have it.
This one, though, this is Fatal Run, and it is
Fatal
Fun.
Oh. It's good. I mean, it's a good looking game. It looks like almost like a super hang-on kind of thing with the backgrounds moving.
Yeah, like it's the best they could have made with a joystick and a button. Like you gotta, yeah, like it's. I couldn't see this being any better.
Yeah, I also don't see it winning any awards, but it's interesting.
It's football with our glitchy gremlins. Look at them go.
They're the best of the bunch.
This looks terrible, but this is actually the best football game on the whole thing. Which there's 3 of them.
There are, and just wait, there's more.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets.
The simpler it is, the better. I mean, this one actually was pretty fun because it worked, and that's as much as we can really say for it.
Yeah, I mean,
unlike a lot of football games I've played.
Here is Home Run, good old baseball. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the show.
It's a real whack out of the park.
Are there any angels in the outfield?
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Insert baseball jokes here.
Pretty much.
That's all we got. It's a fun game.
Same thing with football. You know, if you like simple, you like this.
Yeah. Is human cannonball.
Cannonball.
We have to like line up the shot and get the guy in the basket, which we're doing a good job at.
We're doing a real good job at it. I think we're still figuring out the controls, but
yeah, that's true.
I like it for like the sciences aspect. Like you gotta like measure everything. A much different game than your typical action Atari.
We killed many a men.
Ouch.
Ouch. Millipede. Do you prefer Centipede or Millipede when it comes to the Atari versions?
The Atari version.
Yeah, just the Atari version. We're not talking about the arcade ones yet. So,
it's a tough call. I don't see them being as separate. I actually like Millipede, but I was having fun. I think Centipede lasts a little longer with your durations. Millipede moves a little fast.
Yeah.
But I like them both. I think I would play both of them side by side.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think you should choose, but I think it's fun. Speaking of choosing,
but if you do have a choice, you should choose not.
You should choose not to go miniature golf.
Where
you play as a miniature blue cube and you run far away from the ball, and then you run up to it and smack it as hard as you can.
Just like in real life.
Just like in actual miniature golf.
It's a thing.
It's not very good.
That looks like a great course. Would you play on that course?
The W course? It's a Wario course.
Yeah, it's a Mario course.
Pong sport.
Pong sports. It's a real sport.
It's just Pong.
Don't you know? Just Pong. Just Pong sports.
Like, where's the sports?
It's riveting. I think this is an intense game going on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is like another example of the the paddle controllers being converted over to the PS4 badly.
Yeah, Pong is hit or miss kind of thing.
Speaking of hit or miss, Quad Run.
This is the miss.
Quad Run.
Quadron.
I like the 10 goons there.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to play this. I wish I had the manual for this one.
What does this mean? Is there like a hidden message? I actually read the manual on the Flashback collection, but I didn't understand.
You couldn't make any sense of it. It was like it's like some of the language. You're like, I still don't get this. I still don't understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What is this? Radar?
What is this called?
Is this radar lock? No. Is this? Which is this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Radar.
I get this one mixed up with the other one. This one was a unique idea.
We did some co-op in it, which is interesting because he's flying, I'm shooting.
Yeah, so like local co-op, like that's a cool idea for the Atari.
Yeah,
the game itself,
and this almost looks like an Afterburner wannabe, but it struggles.
It almost looks like it could be fun.
In the barbecue.
This one looks like it could be fun too, with names like Iron Fist, Lefty O'Leary, Macho Man,
Lefty O'Leary,
Jab and Jab.
And I mean, human models like this, they actually look well crafted compared to like the basketball models.
Yeah, but then you get into the game itself, and it's kind of shit. they just kind of grind up against each other. They're like, next time I'm gonna fight, I'm just gonna get as close to him as possible.
Like in football. What is this one? Pro football? Real sports
football. Real sports football.
It's really a sport. But this one is less real than the original football.
I mean, I guess it's real in the fact that I couldn't play it. I mean, I also couldn't play real football, so I guess there's that.
Yeah, that's real.
That's as real as it gets.
But it shouldn't be that tough. I mean, you couldn't even like pass the ball. It was, and we kept seeing the same exact like back and forth, like throwing the ball down the field.
Soccer though, this one, like even though this footage doesn't show it off that well, this game is actually pretty fun. This footage.
And pay attention to the guy on the bottom.
Yeah, this footage is just we were having fun with the glitch there, where the guy just runs and runs and runs. That's hilarious. But the game itself,
nice physics to this. Yeah, like passing the ball to your team players.
It's definitely the best of the real sports games.
I would think so.
So it's as real as it gets.
Is he gonna shoot? Go!
Oh man, in the bathtub. Okay, so we got real sports volleyball. They're definitely playing volleyball.
Yeah, it's a sport. It's a real sport.
You
know what? It's even more real that they're totally synchronized.
We need like fake sports. Like, where's our fake sports games? Like, they have real sports. I want fake sports.
Yeah, I mean, I don't appreciate the realism here.
Yeah, like we need like fake stuff.
Like there'd be dragons in the back and
fantasy sports. Here is Save Mary.
Talk about reality.
Save her! Oh shit! Save Mary. Who is Mary? It's her. You have to drop these little blocks to help Mary not drown. And I could not play this game. I kept killing Mary every time, like that.
Poor soul.
Poor Mary. She's dead.
I wonder what the cartridge artwork looks like.
You know, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever seen this one out in the wild or anything before.
like Betsy Ross, like with open mouth.
This is a filler game. See, this is an example of the game just giving us something that you're never gonna play this. Like it's so like primitive and just not fun. Like and like I'm okay with like classic games, but like it's just like I wouldn't play a PS4 version of slots. Why the hell would I play an Atari version of slots? Yeah.
There's no character to it at all. Like they didn't even try. They put numbers and bars and cars.
Speaking of not trying, hey,
you can't do anything. You can't even play this.
This is Slot Racer. You could
whatever
tell.
That means.
You know what? No, like seriously, if you would have called this game something else, I don't think anybody would have noticed. like honestly, you can switch the names. Like I don't understand the name. I don't understand the game.
You don't control anything. You can't move. Like your character moves on his own. The pellet moves on his own, and then suddenly, woo! Like full ambulance truck there to save you from
this is
a heart attack.
Sprint Master.
Okay.
Sprint Master.
We're doing a great job.
We are masters of the sprint.
Apparently.
Look at us go.
Sprint apprentices. Oh, there you go. Whoa!
This one's
kind of exciting.
Yeah, this one's almost fun.
You have to know the signs. Like you have to speed up and slow down strategically. But it's kind of
it's a little janky.
Yeah, janky's the great word for it.
This is dang it, I forget the name of this one.
It's forgettable.
Forgettable, the game.
It's very forgettable.
I have the name up right now so that they can read it. It's this game.
Yeah, it's really not much of a game.
It's the space game.
Yeah.
It's not very.
It's
good,
like the
though.
precursor to Mario Galaxy Co-op.
I couldn't figure out how to play this one either.
Yeah, this one. What's going on?
You just get lost. Here's a steeplechase.
They really like the gambling thing in this game.
Yeah. They had a problem. Gambling problem. The Atari. I always picture like a bunch of grown men around the Atari with like cigars and stuff, like betting money on these horses.
Really? I couldn't imagine that.
That'd be awesome, right?
That would be. But I mean, who would bet on the computer players?
I don't know. Well, like they can get like 4 players to do it. Whoa. Stunt cycle.
Stunt cycle?
Dude, you like this one?
Yeah, this one is fun.
You have to ride your big wheel. He looks like he's in a big wheel, like those really like the like little bikes, like pedaling, like little toddler bikes.
I don't understand how it goes from right to left though. Like, I mean, technically it should be just one.
It's supposed to be like
long course.
Yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to be like. I think.
It's like he's racing in the underworld. Whoa!
Super baseball. It's super forgettable.
It's super shouldn't be on this collection.
Yeah. There's my guy, the little white guy, and then there's the little yellow guys, teddy guys, and we also could not figure this one out for the life of us.
This was a nightmare.
Yes, that's the thing with like some of these games. It's just like they haven't aged well at all, and like you just feel like you're stuck in like some kind of hell. Like this one, like you just feel like you're stuck in like unexplained Atari hell. Like this is a punishment. like they should give this game 2 prisoners and like try to figure this game out. Like that's just fucking that's torture.
It's a disgrace to the word super that they put it in front of these games.
Yeah, exactly. Like this one like looks neat from the perspective like I like the gold way down there, but like wow, it's not very good.
No physics. No, you can't like pass, and I don't know.
Speaking of not very good, Sword Quest.
Shout out to any Sword Quest fan ever.
Yes, if you're watching this and you like Sword Quest, can you explain to us how to play Sword Quest? Because I don't know. There's like 3 of these. There's like 3 of these in a row here, and I'm not going to talk about each one because they're the fucking same game.
Well, this is the worst offender, though. This is nothing. This isn't anything.
They do get better, but only because they have like little distractions. Like this one.
Oh, there it goes down the rabbit hole.
Like this one has the rabbit hole that is fucking Sword Quest games on this collection. Yeah. So if
what is this? What are you? Are you a frame of the screen and like capturing like little?
I don't know.
Little birds.
If anybody knows what's going on in these games, please let me know. Help.
Desert Hump? I don't know.
Help me. I don't understand. I'm scared. I'm constantly scared when I'm playing these games.
This one's even
Water
more
world.
scary.
Water. Oh,
you
gosh.
can't die.
Yeah, no. I've tried.
You might want to die.
Here's the thing, though, is he's been in 3 games now. If he hasn't found that damn sword by now, I would have given up. Like,
yeah.
He's questing for the sword or whatever.
Well, this one feels like the most adventurous, but it just fails on so many fundamental levels.
It doesn't work.
You can't get past that 3rd log.
Yeah. Speaking of failing, here's the Atari 2600 version of Tempest, which we have dubbed Underwear Tempest. Because it looks like you're playing
underwear.
Because it looks like you're playing on a pair of underwear.
Soggy underwear. Yeah, this one's bad. This is just bad.
I mean,
is that a shape? Like, it looks like a crooked C.
They're trying so hard to recreate a 3D game on the Atari, and it's not gonna work. This game works.
But
though.
this game,
Warlords.
The Warlords. I like the title.
This game's awesome.
This is the quintessential multiplayer game. I don't know if this game sports 4-player at all, even on the original Atari.
It does. There was a multi-tap thing for the Atari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you
but this
play.
one was a lot of fun, even just between us two and knocking out the computer players and then trying to go for each other.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time on this one.
Yeah.
We played like 3 rounds of that one. Here's Yars.
This is the last of the Atari games. This is a bona fide classic that you have to play.
Yars Revenge. Even though the capture here is a little iffy, capturing Yars Revenge on anything is weird. I don't know why. But, yeah, this game is awesome. This is like the... It
takes some getting used to, and you have to like see it in order to understand it if you don't get it.
Yeah,
but
like,
I mean, there is a fun science to it.
Yeah, no, like it's definitely like creative. Like it shows how creative they were on the Atari. And now we're into the arcade games. Black Widow.
And this is like, I've never heard of this in my life, but I wish I had, because this is incredible twin stick.
Oh, it's a fun
spider action.
Spider-Man does whatever Robotron can.
Yeah, exactly. Super trippy. I love the vector style, the flickery colors, and just the concept, the bugs.
Yes. I love the art style. I love vector graphics in general, though. Here's a game that I don't think is very good. Lunar
You
Lander.
have to have a lot of patience to enjoy this.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
And I'm not talking about doctors.
Like, I don't understand how this was an arcade title. Like, who would fucking sit there at the cabinet just like, hold on, I have to land this thing. Like with a beer in your hand, you feel like a surgeon.
They should pay you. They should pay you to play.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would, like, this isn't fun. This one is not fun. Not at all. This one, is pretty good. This is just,
what's it called?
Space Duel. And which we played this one co-op some. This one is just asteroids. Which is weird because the second volume actually has like 2 versions of asteroids. So if you have both volumes, you have like 3 versions of asteroids. No, 4, because we have the Atari version. You have 4 versions of asteroids.
This one is, I don't think it's quite as good as Asteroids, although you do have co-op.
We just call this one
the
ass.
shapes just lack character.
Centipede.
Arcade Centipede. This one moves a little faster, and here you'll see like the spider. You can't really predict its actions.
Yeah, it's classic though.
But I still like the game. It's smooth. It looks great on a TV.
Yeah, no, it looks so nice, and I love the art design on the side there with the centipede. And
the shot fire is a little delayed in its input somehow, but it's still
just so pleasing.
Very playable.
Yeah, it's just such a pleasing game. It's just you can sink a lot of time into that one.
Yeah, totally.
This one though, I am bad at arcade millipede. This game's hard.
You've got to be like, you got to have a bunch of sodas in your system in order to really just knock this one out.
Cocaine. You gotta do some meth. Be really hyped up.
Well, we're not advising you.
No, I'm oh man. No, this game though is
this one's a lot of fun. It's intense.
And I don't mean camping. Here's Tempest. Oh, I almost forgot the name of my favorite game on the whole collection. It's Tempest.
That's not very turbo, Alex. But this game is so turbo.
This is actually like one of the see this style is like what I love so much.
This is Atari magic.
Oh, it's so good. It feels nice to play. It looks nice. So this is worth the collection right here.
And if you play the Atari one first, you will guaranteed be impressed.
Here's Liberator. I wish somebody would liberate me and put me out of misery while playing this game.
This one hurts. It's interesting. I wish we had a trackball for it.
Yeah.
Shame on the modern consoles. But,
where's my PS4 trackball, Sony?
Yeah.
But this one's it feels like it could be something, but no.
It looks good. I like the Earth.
Yeah, well, but like that's impressive. But like here's Pong.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta include Pong. I can't expect anything less. But as you can see here,
the fake Pong.
Yeah, the computer isn't even getting the thing. But it still feels weird because you're supposed to have the paddles. So that still doesn't translate. I wish they could have like used the touchpad on the PS4. Like that would have been cool, right?
Yeah, I would have liked that.
Or like maybe like use the motion of the PS4, how like it has the movement controls in there.
That could be fun.
And
the
Warlords.
arcade version of Warlords, which I think is actually a little more underwhelming compared to the Atari version.
Well,
I don't know if underwhelming is the right word, but I mean, as far as presentation goes, it's not as impressive.
Well, like the Atari version has that like simple and clean design with the colors and shapes, and this one just looks like there's too much artwork going on here.
It's a little more fast-paced, and your guy is smaller too. And yeah, the artwork is muddy.
But that was it. That was every game on Volume 1.
Yes, and I will have many flashbacks in the days to come. But in terms of the overall collection, what do you think?
I think, which we've talked about this a bunch. I think that Volume 1 is worth it for some of the arcade titles and a few of the 2600 games alone. I mean, they're only asking $20. But we talk about this. I was looking at the second volume, and the second volume, which we'll go over later on. I'm not going to touch on what it has on it, but I noticed the same issue where it has some really stellar games, and then it has like a lot of filler crap.
Yeah, I'd say about half of this collection is underwhelming.
Yeah,
and
like
if you're coming in with a fresh perspective, like you've never played any of these games, you're gonna look at this list and you're gonna be like, what? What do I do? Where do I start?
Yeah, well, like they could have easily taken the filler crap from this disc, the filler crap from the disc 2, and just made one disc with tons of stellar games, and they didn't do that.
Filler?
No, yes, just filler. No, they could have really sat down the road. No, they could have had something really good here. And like, I'm not saying this is a bad collection. I'm just saying that at points it feels a little underwhelming. But the inclusion of the online multiplayer aspect and the local multiplayer and the leaderboards, along with the fact that you get a ton of games, that does make up for a lot of it. And plus the presentation is just really stylized and neat. I mean, what do you feel about the collection? Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah. Overall, I was really happy, especially to play it over PS Plus. I don't really have anyone at home to play the stuff with. It was actually really fun, even going through some of the bad games. I don't think there should be so many, especially ones that border on the line of unplayable. But it is a good perspective or a retrospective of the Atari era and some games that make up, what the 80s were like. So, I mean, I appreciate it for what it was, and it looks incredible on HDTV, which I know is a problem for a lot of the older console units. They don't have the right hookups for that. And the leaderboards, that's nice icing on the cake. And the overlays, arcade cabinet overlays, seeing the arcade cabinets before you go into the game. I think, we talked about this too, it's missing some of the things other compilations that we enjoy have, behind the scenes stuff, which I don't see as being so much to add. For $20, I think it's a good purchase. I think it could be great. It's not quite there, but it's also not bad at all. Not bad by any means.
Well, like, this is by AtGames, and we were talking about them before, which that's a video for a different day, but AtGames is really... AtGames makes most of their profit off of nostalgia. So this is a game that I feel like a lot of people that grew up in that era will see this and be like, oh, I remember the Atari games, and pick it up. I don't think it's really for the hardcore enthusiasts. Like most Atari enthusiasts would probably have most of these titles.
Yeah. I mean, for AGotKings, they could have shit the bed a lot harder.
Yeah, no, that's true. The sound quality could have been off, and then they could have just like fucking had a tiny ass screen in the middle of the screen, and that would have been like AGotKings. They're very not good. So this, you know what, for AGotKings standards, this is a pretty decent package.
Yeah.
But
in any case,
I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just, like last night. I do think, personally, I do think, get both collections, but I do think this one is worth it just for the arcade versions of Tempest and Centipede alone, and Black Widow.
Absolutely, you could sink so much time into those games. Just keep going back and trying to top your high scores. I mean, it really captures that essence of what made that era so much fun, and still makes it fun today.
Do you think the arcade overlords will be proud of this collection?
I think Warlords are proud. Arcade overlords, I think they give their approval to AGotKings.
Okay. You win this round, AGotKings. We're watching you.
Yes. Got you under the microscope. In any case, that's it for Flashbacks Volume 1. Let us know what you think. If you think this is worthy of the Flashbacks.
Turbo Flashback. Whatever.
Turbo.
The Arcade Overlords.
Turbo's back.
Back again. Yeah, and we'll try to come back with Volume 2 at some point.
Absolutely.
With that said,
as well as the Taito.
Yeah. Along with the first title, because we noticed that the Taito Legends 2 gets a lot of positive response. That's why we wanted to do something like this again. So maybe we'll come back with Taito 1. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? So.
Who knows? Only the Turbo Overlords. Turbo Arcade Overlords.
The Arcade
Turbobot.
Overlords. Turbobot 9000!
Hey geeks and gamers, TurboBot90013 here. Remember to subscribe to the Turbo Zone for more content. The Arcade Overlords thank you. Stay retro. Turbo Zone.